Welcome to Free Beer Friday, powered in part by the Bearded Monk and Classic of Denton. The views and opinions expressed by the show hosts and their guests are those of the show host and guests, and not necessarily those of the sponsors, DentonRadio.com, or the Denton Convention and Visitors Bureau. For more information, visit the Policies and Procedures page at DentonRadio.com.
Right?
Spent.
$20 well spent, indeed.
Yeah.
Like you can on beer.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Like OHB beer. You like that?
Yes.
Speaking of segues, this is one. Look who's with us today. Look at this. Betsy's back.
Yeah.
That's right. Back again.
Covering for Jen, the bearded lady.
That's right.
I am Betsy of
Gallivanting
Union Bear Brewing
around
Company.
Yes.
California.
And I am suffering from senosilicophobia right now.
Are you?
So on the beer trivia board,
Uh-huh.
I learned that senosilicophobia
Uh-huh.
is the fear of an empty glass.
Oh, no.
Nice. I am
You should fill that
bumfuzzled.
glass. Yeah, yeah.
This
Wow.
is crazy.
Yeah.
Crisis averted.
Oh,
I
thank
need
goodness.
to work. You at home, practice that word.
Yeah.
Practice that word so you can impress your friends and family.
Absolutely.
Let's work on.
They'll think you're just
we-
drunk, but you'll actually be smarter than that.
Actually, that is
Right?
probably a note. When someone can't say it properly,
Senosilicophobia.
then you're like, no, you're done, dude.
You cut off,
Yeah,
bro.
you're going to have to deal with that fear for the rest of the night.
That's going to be a part of the field sobriety test from now on.
That's right.
Say it again, though.
We're all going to fail.
That's right.
Senosilicophobia.
Sinosilicophobia.
Very good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, we even
Teaching and
Thanks, Miss
drinking.
Betsy.
That's right.
Teaching and drinking.
I did actually teach preschool for a while, but
Did
I did
you?
not
Drunk?
drink beer while doing
Oh,
it.
Oh,
all right. Well,
hey, it would have been fun.
would have been more fun.
I wouldn't have been the
That's
first,
right.
I'm sure, though.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Oh.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I love you, kids.
No,
We
that's
love
right.
you teachers as well.
That's right.
That is no
Absolutely.
comment on teachers in the
No,
world.
no.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And who's with us today?
Hey,
Who's
guys.
with us, Betsy?
Yeah, it's me. I'm Chad Hallbrook from OHB.
From where?
From OHB, the Oak Highlands of breweries.
Of the brewery.
The breweries. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's who I am. We brought some fun stuff for you, man.
You did.
Yeah,
You brought
absolutely.
a lot of fun stuff.
We did. Well, anytime I get to be with you guys, I mean, this is like one of the, you guys are wonderful. So, of course, I'm
Oh.
going to bring as much beer as I can.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It was like Santa's pack. Like beer just kept flowing out.
Yeah. That's
So
how I
what
like
did
to do
you
it.
bring? Is this, first of all, is this OHB's first IPA?
It is not our first IPA.
Not your first.
Yeah, our
Okay.
first was the Derelict. That's one of our
that's
yes,
right.
yeah, which is
Yes.
an American style IPA. But this is one of our new ones that we released. This was a brewery exclusive for a long time. It is the Bow-Legged Toad. It is a smash IPA, which is a single malt and a single hops. And look at the silly design. Look at the
I'm
silliness.
trying to. This is really hard. Here, you can
sorry.
you're better at camera work than I am.
Look at this. Look at
Look at that little guy.
Look at that little guy. Look at that little guy right there. Yeah. Yeah.
And
so-
you too, for only $19.99.
That's right.
We're not going to do one, but you get two of these. No,
Exactly.
What-
Only two for $19.99.
No, it's much better price
That's
than
right.
that.
That is.
It's a
Two
two-pack.
ingredients in a beer, $20.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't believe it.
$1 or $10 per ingredient. Yeah.
kind of feel like we can do like some kind of gag. Do you have an IPA? And I,
Ben, you have a fan.
hey,
Hi.
it's
Hi.
my mommy.
Is that your mother?
That's my mother.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, everyone in studio.
Oh, my
Everyone in
goodness.
Radioland.
Do
My
we have-
mommy's
Do we have
here.
an extra headset?
Have my mommy come in.
yeah. Does she drink beer?
No, not at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she comes in the bar to get hugs from people and drink a glass of water.
That's sweet. That's so sweet. I love that. So
Oh,
she,
yes.
yeah, she doesn't drink at all. She just,
Nope.
man.
Just hangs out. Yeah.
Do you
That's
drink
Worries
for the both
about.
of you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Worries about every one of them. Mm.
I love that. But yeah, Bow-Legged Toad. This is available at the Bearded Monk right now. It is a
on
single
draft.
malt. Yes, it is. Simcoe hops and two-row is the two ingredients in that beer. Simple.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And then you've got samples here
Got samples for days.
in the Welcome Center.
We do.
Right now. Brian's pouring.
Yeah.
Right over there.
Yeah, for International Beer Day.
serious.
And
He
what else
does.
did you bring with us?
Oh yeah, so we got the classic Freaky Dicky Belgian triple.
I feel like that might be your best. Is that your best seller?
That
That's
is
what I see
by
the most
far
of.
our best
Yeah, yeah.
seller.
Yeah, I thought
It's
so.
the one I fell in love with. It's the reason I joined the brewery, actually. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on.
Because, I mean,
Beautiful
I love
little
Belgians.
triple.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
really like a really nice triple. What's the debate between how you pronounce, is it triple? What do you guys think?
I asked the woman that
Well,
knows how to pronounce words properly.
If you're in Belgium, it's Tripel.
Oh, is it?
Bam.
Is it?
There it is.
I've been
You've
That
just
is
been
that is
told.
what I was taught. But around
Okay.
here, we say triple, and
Yeah.
nobody corrects us.
Because
Here in America, it's so much easier.
someone
America.
Yeah, because I actually used to call it tripel, and then someone corrected me and said, actually, in Belgium, it is pronounced triple.
No, I've
And I
heard
was
the
like,
opposite. So we'll have to go there and listen to how they pronounce it, and then we'll come back with
We
more
need,
knowledge.
yeah, we need to get a Belgian on.
So
Right?
we got a
So
plan.
We'll get a
Yeah.
GoFundMe going.
The Denton Radio is going to send us to Belgium
Did you hear
next
that?
week.
You guys are the first to know.
That's right. Next week's episode, we're going to be broadcasting
Jake's
from
over
what?
here shaking his head.
West
It's
Letterin,
like that is not a thing.
from Cantillon. Yeah, we'll see where else we go.
Exactly.
In Belgium. Yeah, it'll be nice. And
love
we'll
that.
find out. It's all to find out.
Yeah.
How to pronounce the word
Man.
of that beer style.
And if they all pronounce it differently, I'm gonna be pissed. You know? God,
Although
we
it's going to be a
traveled all
really
this
sad
way.
show. We just get off the airplane, go into the local bar, and they're like, no, it's triple.
And you're like,
Just turn around and leave.
the show's done, guys. See y'all later.
Tails
We'll
between
change
our
our
legs,
tickets
like-
over and then just fly back.
Exactly. I love
5
it.
minutes well spent in the airport in Bruges. Awesome.
What'd that call it? It cost us $3,000. It's fine, guys.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Well worth it.
Denton Independent Radio has the budget for that. And we
Jake,
brought, yeah.
can we have frivolous spending like that?
No.
Oh,
He
you're
said
no
yes.
fun.
Yeah, man. All right.
It's on the air. We have witnesses. He said yes.
Yeah, we have at least 2 witnesses so far.
That's
Oh, who's watching? Now wait.
Oh,
which
yeah.
one of us is on? Oh, it's on the right. There we go.
Oh, are we
now you're the
shifting
witness.
between the close-ups
now
and
you're
the
the
wide
witness.
shots? Oh, look at that. I like
Okay,
this.
so what else do we? I'm
So, yes,
sorry.
no, you're
I
fine.
totally disrailed it.
No, you're fine.
Unreal.
Oh, I'm in the close-up now. Here we go. This is the
Oh.
Golden Mustache.
Unreal.
This is a Dortmunder.
Unreeled it. Sorry,
It's just right.
that's what I'm
ADD.
drinking.
Yeah, it's so good. And sticking with the International Beer Day that is today. This is a Dortmunder style, which is a traditional German style. I like to describe it as like a German pale ale. There's like it's light, it's easy. It's low in IBUs. It's only 26 IBUs, but because the ingredients are so simple, you get that little hop bite to
Yeah,
it.
it's right
I
down
actually
there.
bought this for myself before I knew you. My brother was telling me
Did
how
you?
much he liked Dortmunders, and so I bought it and tried it, and I actually really liked it. I'm not a light beer girl,
Yeah.
and it's not overly bitter, like you said, but it's more flavorful than the average light beer. It's got a little more bitterness on it.
Yeah.
I really liked it,
that's
and
nice.
that's
The
big for me
nice
because
malt
I don't
sweetness.
love light beer. I like hop bombs and 10% tripels.
Yeah.
You mean triples?
You mean triples?
I like my beer to punch me in the face.
Called a
Yes.
triple.
extreme flavor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
that
I've
one's really
gravitated this summer. This has been my number one beer. This was the one I used to drink all the time at the brewery. But for this summer, like I needed something light and something that when I was in the sun, I wasn't gonna just like fall asleep in a lawn chair on. You
Yeah,
know?
because it wouldn't take very many of these being 10%.
No.
It's like, what kind of idiot would go on, like a river floating trip and drink nothing but a 9% Tripel?
I don't know what
That's-
fool would do that. That was me and my buddies last week.
I was going to ask if you drowned, but I guess not.
Okay, so but
Still here.
But
Still
close.
here.
People die on the river.
I did almost because we were all right. So we were near the end of the river. We were in this amoeba thing that we had created where we tied all our. We floated the river for a bachelor party last weekend.
Amoeba, was that your word?
That was my amoeba. It was not. It was not.
It's so complicated.
But it's coming. So we ran out of the all good that I brought and the guava good, and all we had for the river was Freaky Deaky. So we drank Freaky Deaky for 4 hours
In the sun.
in the sun
Oh.
on these tubes, not realizing what is happening to our bodies. And then we hit a rock formation during rapids.
I'm sorry.
I flip backwards, and I'm in about like this much of water, and I'm struggling to get up because and realizing
freaky
freaky deaky, I'm gonna drown. So, but I made it.
You're gonna drown in half a foot of
in
water.
half a foot of water.
Oh.
It was bad enough to where somebody asked if I was okay. That's
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
So
you know,
freaky
yeah.
deaky, you will drown in half a foot of water.
it's ringing endorsement.
How'd you get fired?
Man, right? Yeah, sure. I hope my bosses are watching this.
We don't endorse
Try to-
overconsumption of freaky deaky
No,
at any
we
times
don't.
on rivers
We
or
don't.
elsewhere.
All right.
That's right. But yeah, man, we make really good beer.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, absolutely,
Absolutely.
Yeah, guys. But yeah, I'm happy to be with you guys, and I'm glad that we got a
I know.
running little. Water
I'm
thing
watching it
going
coming
on.
toward. Do we still have Kleenexes back there
That's all we need.
for my little nose?
Get a little sniffle. Got a little sniffle.
Well, I was gonna at least like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was
it back over
gonna
there.
bridge this dam that was that needs to be made.
I was
Yeah.
gonna tip the table and send it back to you.
Oh, why you gotta be like that? Just thud.
See if we can drown you in 1 millimeter of water.
I've had a couple of freaky deakies
I
today.
mean,
It's,
yeah,
we're getting dangerous.
It might happen. It might happen.
If you guys are listening on Denton Radio, you're missing the fun visual gags that
Oh, yeah.
are the studio and the camera play
That's
that
true.
happens.
I'm seeing the shifting of angles, and I'm impressed. I just want
That's
you to
beautiful.
know. The delay,
I mean, that's a great looking shot. Well,
is
I
a
mean,
good looking
can we
shot.
send?
That's a, like, two shots. Oh, look at that close-up
no,
right
shot
now.
just got better. Never mind.
We've lost him.
And he's done.
What were you saying, Ben?
He's
What
lost
was-
in his
yeah,
own
that's
eyes.
right. Oh, did you just zoom in on me? I just need to make love to this camera right now.
You gotta zoom in on this chalk on his
Yeah.
hat.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wait, yeah.
What is
Oh,
this?
yeah.
What
Let's
is
talk
this dust
chalk,
here?
guys.
We
What's
were,
what you
yeah,
been
we were
doing?
talking about. I didn't want to get into why you have white powder all over yourself, but I guess we should.
It's a family show,
yeah.
Ben.
Family environment.
It's nothing
That's right.
illicit.
That's right.
Yeah. So anytime I show up to the Bearded Monk, I'm usually coming from Summit Rock Climbing Gym right down the street.
Wait, right over there.
Right over there.
Right over there
off
on
of-
Hickory
off of-
and
it's like well, I think
Piner?
it's Oak Street and
Oak and-
yeah, wherever.
Oak and not quite Carol. I don't remember
That's
what
right.
the exact
That's right.
Oak and Little
yeah.
Street.
Yes, that's
yeah.
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that gym. Those guys are awesome. So before I go to the Bearded Monk, when I come to see you, I'm gonna climb and come see you.
Perfect.
And now we have some cool stuff going with the Summit climbing peoples. Yes.
What
yeah.
are you up to?
Yeah. So so they've just opened their new Plano location, which
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
is gorgeous. It has these. It's like twice the size of all their other gyms. They have, instead of like 40-foot walls, they have like 80-foot walls that.
Oh, so actual
scare them.
top rope lines.
Yes.
Oh,
that
so
you're
it's not
climbing.
just bouldering.
Oh
Okay.
no! Oh no!
Oh,
Yeah, they have
cool.
the bouldering side. They have that. They've got the workout thing. So
Nice.
I've climbed there for a long time, and we were fortunate enough to bring some beer to them for their grand opening. And the climbers at Summit drink beer like beasts. Like they just put it
Oh, yeah.
back. Yeah.
You take care of your ligaments. You climb, and then you go drink.
Yes.
Yeah, you definitely drink after.
Oh,
definitely drink
yeah.
after.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yes.
real sore otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, but they have a lot of events, and all of their events really involve beer. So you'll climb first, and then they'll have free beer for you after those events.
You hang out.
And you hang out,
Yeah.
and you have some brews, and it's a really good time. So they're about to have something called the 12-hour like Suffer Fest or something like that. It's a 12-hour competition where you climb at every gym in the entire DFW area
Wow.
for 12 hours, and then the party will be at their new Plano gym
Nice.
with about 500 people, and we're going to be providing the beer for that.
Oh,
man.
that's wonderful.
Yeah,
That's wonderful.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, I can't
And
wait.
that crew is so much fun.
They are, man.
Staff is awesome. All the customers are awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have so much fun at those.
They're so chill. They're just like relaxed, just like easy, hippie-ish people. They're Dentonites
Yeah.
across every
Summit
gym.
finds all the Denton people in the entire world.
They do.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, you walk in there and there's
The
nobody.
entire world, from here to Austin. But yeah, or from Oklahoma to Austin. Yeah, they find all the Denton people in those areas.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel like an evangelist for those guys sometimes, because you don't walk in there and you see like muscle bound people like looking in the mirror like you see that Like you see people hanging out.
I like how he did still pull up the sleeve to show his
But I
bicep.
did still show you.
That's climbing on.
Hope you like that piece of candy right there.
Bow, bow, bow.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to see these abs right now?
Oh, they get the finger guns too. Y'all are lucky. I feel like any place that has rock climbing, and then I've seen them doing yoga in there
They
too,
do.
has got to be pretty chill. Is that normal? I've never been to the other locations.
That's the thing is like for every location with your membership, I feel like this is a commercial for Summit right now. And you're welcome because I love you.
No, hey, in all fairness,
Yeah.
Summit has been, we've recorded from Summit
Oh, have you
multiple
really?
times. Yeah.
Dude,
like
yeah.
Aaron and Josh and I climbed to, Jake had this great idea that we should climb up and do the opening off the wall one time.
Yeah.
Aaron Josh from Small
Nice.
Brew Pub.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I also fell wrong. That was a horrible mistake. Yeah, I landed on my feet instead of landing on my back. I
Right.
landed on my feet and then fell over, and I couldn't walk for 2 days.
It still hurts when
All
it
my
rains.
fault. Yeah, I know. I can feel it in my bones.
Yeah. You signed the waiver. It's
Yeah,
fine.
all my fault. Yes, I signed the waiver. I knew how I should have fallen. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
But then we did what with Denton County Brewing? We did another episode,
Oh, did you?
and we had mustache competitions. Yeah, it was
Mustache
wonderful.
Yeah, I won actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you?
Oh, there it
Look at
is.
I
that.
tied
You
some
see the
girls to the
curls?
train
Oh,
tracks.
wow.
No, I tied some girls to the train tracks.
Brought my wax and
Yeah.
everything.
So I fully support.
Yeah.
Did you just wink at the camera?
Nice.
It felt right. Don't judge me.
No, it
Nice.
makes sense.
Oh,
not
I'm,
judge
I'm
me.
even more happy. This is awesome.
This
This is awesome.
Going great. Yeah, go to Summit,
But-
man. But yeah.
Yeah, so I
great.
totally endorse. Commercial away.
Exactly. Commercial away. Yeah, they have yoga. No, they no, they do.
Oh,
You like with your
sorry for that.
membership, you get yoga.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but-
they have a workout area. They do TRX. You can abs classes like for like the $60 you get like all this other stuff. Yeah, I know, man. I need
So
it
drink
too.
a lot of beer and then take the
And
abs
then go.
Take
classes.
the abs classes.
Yeah, then go work that off.
Yeah.
Forget you.
That looks different on me. Just gonna go back to drinking beer. Nothing to announce here.
That's right. That's right. But yeah, man, I like those guys a lot. So we're gonna continue to help them out.
Yeah, I climb all the time. I got this.
Climb all
Yeah.
the time. These are my climbing boobies.
Keep mine to myself. Just my regular ones.
But that okay. When is that happening? Because
Okay,
that
yeah.
is awesome.
Yeah, it's
and
gonna
they
be
are
great.
always so much fun.
Absolutely. So that is going to be August 31st, so the last day of this month. And I actually think we are going to have a couple of OHB teams. Yeah, that are going to be competing. I know I'm going to be a part of that, but I'm going to be looking for some people to compete. You want to get down on this stuff?
Yeah.
You want to do some 12-hour with me?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
You heard it here
I know
first.
that I can't even do like a 5'5" right now. It's
fine, dude.
I can't climb a ladder successfully right now, but I will be on your team.
Yeah, he's
Come
gonna get
on, man.
halfway up the wall and then fall off and land like a dying cockroach. But
Hey,
But
he's
hey,
gonna
if,
drink the beer
if
afterwards.
I die that way,
Exactly.
it's perfect, right? If I land like that, like
that.
I'm all good.
Just put me in
great.
a box.
I'm all
We're
good.
ready. It could be
Little
a smaller
turtle,
box.
little
because-
turtle going straight down. Put me in a smaller box.
Right. Dude, I'm down for that. They want us to like wear like ridiculous outfits and stuff, so we'll have to get together and
Okay, so when I used to climb,
Yeah.
I climbed 4 or 5 times a week
Yeah.
with Crystal. Crystal, I love you. If you're watching this, she's now in Tucson.
Oh, really?
In fact, the reason she moved to Tucson, we went out there to climb Mount Lemmon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great 3 days. It was absolutely fantastic.
And you accidentally sent her away
Yeah, and
after
then
that.
I just kind of walked away with the ropes, and I couldn't find her, so I just came back to
Left
Texas.
her there.
Haven't
Like,
seen her
if you're
since.
watching, we'll save you.
That's right. Call us if you have a phone. Good luck. But she and I used to climb 4 or 5 times a week.
Really?
Yeah, and I was at 512s by the end of that.
Dang, son. Like people don't
We were
understand.
good.
Dude, 512
These
is
were
a very
Complicated
difficult.
routes.
Yeah.
I could do pull-ups without I don't know what you call it, without anchoring my
Without the
fingers off of door jams.
Yes,
I could
yeah.
just do that. That's how I worked out.
Right, dude.
Um,
yeah.
But I always found I hated working out. Climbing isn't working out.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Climbing is what you've been doing since you were 5 and you can reach the first branch on a tree.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I actually used
Yeah.
to coach rock climbing when
you really?
I lived in New York.
What?
I worked at Chelsea Piers, coached gymnastics, and they got me into rock climbing and taught me how to belay properly. And
Yeah.
I started coaching for them. The first
Dude.
time I worked an event, I was belaying a group of ex-convicts.
What?
Interesting.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
who were
Yeah.
twice my size. You gotta. So if you don't have like a
You're
an
anchored into the floor.
You gotta
Right.
twist the rope to give it like a little bit of friction so
Sure.
that you don't pull
You
yourself
fly
up off
in
of
the
the
air.
floor.
Yeah, yeah.
I was hooking that guy up like, okay. Like,
Dude, do not fall.
if I can not
Do
kill
not
you, I can
fall.
not kill anyone. Let's do this.
Yeah, man. Dude,
He's like, you
wanna-
nervous? Like, nope.
Yeah, we'll
I got you.
Nope, you're gonna
Yeah.
be fine.
Yeah.
I got you.
Don't worry. I promise you're not gonna die.
Take it till you make it.
Is a lot of coaching up a wall just, hey, go up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Reach for that one.
The thing.
Well, and it's a lot of like, don't try to pull yourself up
Yeah.
with your arms. You know,
Right.
bring your legs up and
get
your
stand
this
leg
up.
foot,
And that's
get this
Stuff like
foot,
once
counter
you
your
teach them
weight,
to climb it like a
stand
ladder,
up.
Yeah.
you're pretty much good. And then it's just like encouraging. Well, you don't clap because
Dude, do you
want
want to
Oh, sorry.
be? So Jen climbed with me last time, a couple weeks ago.
Nice.
So do you want to be on the team too? We could do you, Jen, and the whole little crew. Like you guys could be like we could do an OHB bearded monk crew thing.
I really will go back and get another membership
Dude.
and start. That would give me encouragement to work out
Yeah.
we got
because it's
like
not happening right now. Oh wait, hold
Look,
on.
we ain't
I
gonna
gotta do
win.
another curl.
we ain't gonna win, but fuck you.
But we can do a
But
lot of
long
drinking and
pause.
climbing. We can
We could do a lot of
totally
drinking
do it.
climbing. Yeah. If you guys want.
Jake's over there. Like,
Oh,
I said I was.
yes.
I signed the waiver. Okay. Moving on, but yeah, like I'd be down to do that. If you
That'd
guys
be
would
awesome.
Down to do that.
Yeah.
That'd be fun,
All right.
man. Yeah. So anyway,
I like
we'll
it.
talk about that.
You heard
off
it
of
here
the thing.
first.
Yeah,
I say
you
we
heard it
strap GoPros on everybody's heads.
here. Yes.
Jake, I've got at least one. Yeah,
down for this?
You on this? All right,
All right.
He's on
is
the
this
team,
a,
too.
Is this a Denton radio thing too?
let's do it.
All right. Well, there's a.
You wanna
shrug.
climb?
Okay, that's fine. You want to climb, bro?
You can talk. It's okay.
We're waiting on you.
I don't do that on this show.
but your voice is so
I
soothing.
love that. Like the best radio voice on this entire
And
station.
you've never
And
dropped
that's
an
all
F-bomb
we
to my
get.
knowledge.
Yeah. Okay.
Not
Well,
while
yeah,
the
man.
mic's on.
We're gonna get into some fun about last. No, we won't get into last night.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what?
Well, if you don't talk about it now, then it sounds weird.
Jake and his wonderful wife and
We
I
let him turn his mic
went
on.
and did a thing.
Uh-huh.
It got weird. That's
got a
all
little
it
weird.
is.
That's all you need to
No,
know.
we went over to DCBC for karaoke.
Yeah,
Denton
yeah.
County Brewing Company, which some of these folks may remember from with 30 previous shows because they're our neighbors.
Right.
Yeah, we had some good fun. I realized that after a couple of drinks, this voice is not as delightful as I think it is. At 8
you care
a.m.
less.
in the shower.
Right.
Yeah, and that is
Sounds
part of the
nice.
magic
You
of
give
karaoke.
fewer cares.
It is.
Yeah,
You do.
fewer cares.
Yeah.
That's right. But
Yeah.
karaoke, I keep telling people when they say, oh, I don't do it, I can't sing.
Right.
It's its own art form.
Yeah,
you don't
I hear
have to be
that's
able to
not
sing.
the
You
point.
got to perform,
Yeah.
bro.
You just
Yeah.
have to be able to not have any shame, I think, is
Yes.
the idea.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Kind of what I hear people
Maybe a
getting at.
suit. I kind of feel like a businessman suit
Okay.
is required uniform.
Well,
Yeah.
for-
Next time
Yeah.
on karaoke night, maybe I won't have to get up for work at 4 in the morning because I totally busted out on that. It's like, no, I'm not doing this.
I'm so sorry.
I need
I'm
at
so
least
sorry.
3 beers to karaoke, and that's not happening
I'm
tonight.
with you. I'm with
Got to
you on
be
that.
functional and ready to roll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the lines at UB are all nice and clean now.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wait.
You woke up at 4 a.m. to clean lines.
Well, you got to do it when they're not pouring beers.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
They've got so much
'Cause that's
business
just
going, I cannot be in their
nonstop.
way.
Yeah.
Well,
Beer
and
coming
because
out.
I'm working with caustic, I don't really like to do that while the bartenders are there. I try to finish up by the time they set up, not by the
Right.
time they're actually pouring. We
Sure.
turn off the glycol pump to make sure the caustic stays at temperature. So it's a lot, and it needs to be done before open.
I'm
so,
glad.
How many taps?
so we have 33 taps.
Yeah.
And you clean them all at the same time?
And actually, there are 33 taps and then 4 that can switch back and forth between the long draw bright tanks
Uh-huh.
and the short draw, so they can also be on kegs.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
I clean all of
So
our
you can
lines and
pull
any
straight
line
off a
from an
serving
independent
tank.
distributor, and then
Yeah.
sometimes I go back and clean behind others. So
Right.
it depends, what my cycle is, if I need an acid cycle on it or not. But I spend a lot of time making sure those lines are clean. It's important.
Yeah,
right on.
man.
I mean, you
Well,
work in a
yeah,
brewery,
want
you
your
work in a
beer
bar,
to
you
taste
know.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very true.
We work so hard on that beer. We don't want diacetyl in it because we didn't clean our lines.
Man.
It's such a waste.
Yeah.
you know?
I wish all restaurants would follow those practices because we try to clean lines. We try to send our guys out every 2 weeks, but
Mm-hmm.
frankly, it stinks to have especially places that have a lot of lines that don't clean them. You don't want your beer to be tasted not how it.
Oh yeah,
should be
somebody gets a pour and goes, "Oh, that thing's awful." Like, wait, that's not my fault.
It's not my beer.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's got to be hard because we don't distribute, so I don't really deal with that. I clean the lines in-house, and that's the only place we sell them. But, yeah, you make a good point. Like, you've got to be able to trust your accounts that they're going to keep it clean
You do.
in between, and you got to go and clean behind them sometimes.
You do. Absolutely, man. Yeah, I mean, you guys clean your own lines
Oh,
every
yeah.
Bearded Monk, right?
I'm lucky that we have Brian Schultz and another guy that in between kegs we always burn the lines. That's what we call it. So it's the pod always gets hooked up.
That's good.
Burn the line with caustic.
I've had some
let it
beers
sit
that
for 20
tasted
minutes.
like the beer that was on before it. Not
That's
at the
frustrating.
Bearded
Oh,
Monk,
yeah.
certainly.
No,
but I've had that happen, and it is not okay.
No, it's not.
I've had
I
a couple
agree
of
with you.
beers where we just had to cut the line out because no matter what I did,
Ooh, okay.
it tasted like the previous beer.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's you get chai tea in there, or you
Yeah.
get heavy mint puree.
Yeah.
That it's coming out like sludge. It's like that's just cut the line off. That tap is done.
I've heard pepper beers as well have a problem, like hot, like very like jalapeno beers and stuff like that can burn into the lines.
Yep.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. We had a kimchi goza, and I cleaned
Really?
the line after that. But I also have access to very hot water. I can make sure it's absolutely on temperature and very strong caustic.
Right on.
Yeah.
You get concentrate. Right. That's like the. If you mess up while you're pouring it into the bucket, get it on your hand, you're going to lose a finger kind of caustic.
I have had it. I flooded my gloves, and it is corrosive. It will eat your skin.
Wow.
Yeah, it hurts. And that was diluted caustic.
Yeah.
Caustic will mess you up.
wow.
And then the sanitizer that we use is similar in nature in that it will. Have you ever put too much peroxide on yourself and it like kills the skin cells?
Yeah.
The
goes, like,
peroxyacetic
white
acid will do
and-
that like this.
Oh my gosh.
wow.
Yeah, you'll be
Wow.
like, is my hand burning? And you look down and your skin is just white. Like, oh.
Oh,
Whoops.
I'm going to lose it now.
And then you got to buffer it. So you're like, well, I got Sani on me and it's eating through my skin. So I'll just put some caustic on it.
Wow.
That's the thing. If you get too much caustic, you spray sanitizer on you.
So you're
Really?
trying to acid and base it to cancel everything out?
Just trying to buffer the pH because they're so vastly different.
Yeah.
Wow. That's fascinating, man. I've never cleaned lines with something that crazy before.
That's scary.
It is, yeah. Though I don't have to clean lines, so that's yeah. But
There
that's
you go.
yeah. But again, that's great, good practices. So you have to be extremely careful when you're doing this stuff.
Yeah, well, and that's why I don't like doing it when the bartenders are around. And they all get my speech if I'm still at work. Hey, have you dealt with caustic before? Have I given you the speech? And they're like, no. I'm like, okay, so if you feel something burning on your skin, that's caustic. Rinse it off. If it doesn't
I was
rinse
just
right
gonna
away, you can
look at
tell
it
because
for a
it's
while.
slippery,
Yeah.
because it burns.
Watch it bubble a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Watch it eat holes. It was like little pinholes in my skin when I flooded my gloves.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry.
And if that doesn't work, spray the sanitizer on it. Don't be shy.
good to go.
Don't die.
Man, I don't think people
New
realize.
brewery shirts.
Don't be shy. Don't die, guys.
I don't think many people realize that there is that much that goes into serving you a good, delicious beer. That there is that much
Oh, yeah.
maintenance and not only just creating the beer, but
Yeah, it's not that it just shows up in that tap.
no,
Magically.
and that it tastes
Lines,
yeah.
Take apart those nozzles. Take apart the keg couplers.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
All
that's
that
crazy,
maintenance
man.
that goes into it. Yeah, it's a lot.
I like it.
Oh, yeah.
Delicious.
Mm.
This is
Oh,
from the can, so we
if
don't
it
have
comes
to
out like
we don't have to
this.
worry about any of that.
Well, some of that still goes into
That's
that.
true.
Yeah,
That's
your,
that is
your
true.
canning line's got to be a disastrous mess to take apart and clean all.
Oh well, and
the
that's the thing.
pieces.
I mean,
Yeah.
every
Never looked at
good
the canning
brewery,
line.
and you can attest to this. Every
Yeah.
good brewery knows that sanitation is the number one thing to like making a good beer. You
Yeah.
have
absolutely.
to be able to sanitize. Yeah, yeah, and keep your everything clean. I mean, you can get things that are, if you infect a tank, you can ruin thousands of dollars of equipment.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
not necessarily just that one tank. If you get an infection, it could spread around the brewery. You have
Right.
to be incredibly careful. If you get an infection in your beer and you can it, you send out a bunch of infected beers that are exploding all over the place. It's
Which happens,
always
man.
fun, and now your
And this-
canning line
it
is
does.
disinfected.
We're also talking
We're
like
getting technical, but-
infection is not like it's not going to make you horribly sick.
No,
It's not going to poison you. It's just it's not going to taste right,
Exactly.
or
Yeah.
it's going to you're going to get extra CO2 production. right?
Yeah.
That's where you're going to get a popped can.
Yeah. The other one's diacetyl. You know, when you get like a beer that has that buttery taste, you can have like a little bit of diacetyl that just, you know, I mean, it just ruins the beer.
Sweet movie
And I know
popcorn on
some
a
people are-
light beer.
Yeah.
Yep. Some people are much more sensitive to that than others.
Really?
I've only ever tasted it in one beer, and I will not say which beer
Yeah.
because I love the
good
rest
of
of their
you.
stuff. It was just the
Sure.
one.
Yeah.
But I have a friend who can smell it and taste it in beers that I'm barely even. I get it on the mouthfeel. It's a slick mouthfeel.
Right.
You know, so I
Wait,
barely
is that
notice.
ropiness too? I keep hearing the word
That's-
ropiness.
Pediococcus.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Man, I've never even heard of that. Yeah.
Good. That
Yeah.
means OHB is doing a good job. If you don't know what pediococcus is,
Well, in some cases,
killing
you
it.
want that. You've intentionally infected it with pediococcus.
Yeah.
Is it pediococcus or pediococcus?
are we doing this again? We have to fly to Belgium now.
All right, let's do this. Next week's episode from Belgium.
Yeah, we're all in a kerfuffle right now. Got it in, man.
Nice.
Jeez.
I'm gonna drop the
nice.
mic and leave
Jeez,
like Seth
that's
does.
right. Bam. Bam. That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, man. But instead of bad beer, here's the good beers. We got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, can we drink this now?
Yes, we can.
Can we drink? Because I'm
Yeah,
out of
what do you
beer.
want? Oh, what is?
Well, I just finished my
he's
golden.
suffering
ale.
from.
Hold on.
He's suffering from.
From
And
Cynosilicophobia.
Sure.
I had to look it up, I
Cynosilicophobia.
forgot it.
Cinna-silica. I chugged
you
a
go,
whole
buddy.
glass. Okay.
Oh, pouring together, pouring
Drinking it
together. But yeah, man, we also have some really good beer coming out.
Oh.
It being
Oh,
August.
wait. I did
Oh, yeah,
promise
talk
I
to
would
me.
ask this. I apologize.
Go ahead.
The bow-legged toad.
Yes, sir.
Is this going to be a year-round now?
It is not. This is
Okay.
a very, very small batch. You have one of the few kegs in this area. Actually, I don't know anybody else in Denton that has this keg right now because they sold
What?
out in 3 days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's
right
really
on.
cool. I would definitely
been
suggest that
wonderful.
people come and try it because you don't often get to taste just one malt and just one hop,
Yes.
which
Yeah.
just one hop, which is the cool thing about the Smash IPA. And
Right.
I haven't brewed it yet, but I wrote a recipe with Simcoe,
Oh, did you?
but with Maris Otter.
Oh.
And so it would be really cool to taste that after tasting this and see what the difference is the Maris Otter malt gives you, you know?
Yeah.
But like just the Simcoe hop, it's a great bittering hop. It's a high alpha acid hop, and it's kind of like this resiny, piney. It's really neat to taste it by itself. It's really an interesting
is,
experiment.
yeah.
To
I like
let
this.
it showcase.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
And that's
Right on.
that's the cool thing about that.
It is, and it's also one that this is a beer that we've gotten mixed reviews from because of that simplicity and also the like you said, that high bitterness of the Simcoe hops.
Yeah.
Some people it's almost like cilantro. It's like some people love it,
It's love
and some
hate.
people are
Some
like,
people hate it.
"Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah." So that's what we're experiencing. So we've been looking on Untapped, and it's like some people are like, "Oh man, yeah, 4.5 out of 5. This beer is amazing," and then others are like, 0.25. Why'd you even put this out?
Well, and I'd say those may be the people that don't necessarily understand what it is and the value in it.
I agree with
Because even if it wasn't great, which I think it's awesome,
I do too.
It's still really cool to see how this one malt and this one hop is showcased. And I'm just a nerd that way, I guess.
No, I agree with you. There's I appreciate this beer because we have a lot of people putting out a lot of complicated beers right now.
Speaking
And,
of, I'm checking it in on
Are
Untapped
you?
as
Are
we
you?
speak.
Thank you.
And I'm going to say, this is a trash beer, and these are horrible people. No, I don't want other people
They
to
didn't
actually
clean
see
their
that
lines
review.
for the cans.
But no, it is. I think that the simplicity of beer is important as well. So even though
Yeah.
people are trying to do a lot of crazy stuff, simplicity is really important in beer as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Michael Weldon from OHB had brought it up this morning. He said, man, in this haze craze that we're in, that everything is so juicy. He's a big West Coast fan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything's so juicy. Everything's so milky.
Right.
Everything's sweet and fruity. Man, this is what I needed this morning.
That's
and he had two of them.
Did he?
I say
Yeah.
this morning. It was at 11 o'clock right as we opened, but he had two of them. It's like, this is what I needed today. It was perfect.
I love
Yeah.
hearing that.
You
I
should
love
have just
hearing
left it this morning. That actually
Oh,
was
yeah.
beautiful.
There we are.
Yeah,
Having
man.
biscuits and gravy.
Biscuits and gravy and the bow-legged toad.
Roll over out of
With my
bed.
bacon and eggs. It's
Yeah,
exactly
man.
what I needed.
Yeah, well, and it's interesting to see where this is a complete sidebar, nothing to do with what we're talking about, but it's interesting to see where this beer market is going because we saw this this last year. We saw that the haze phase happen.
Yeah.
but now we're seeing this this seltzer water phase, which
I've seen a
is
few of those now.
wild to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
The claw.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so
Ain't no laws.
Maddie. Why?
No, sorry.
Maddie Arnold, who started Harvest House here in Denton.
Yeah.
I talked to him. Let's just say it that way.
Yeah.
I talked to him, and I found out Teeny Ricciardi with the Grapes and Grain podcast
Love that podcast.
is heading into season 3, but they're about to do a seltzer episode.
Really?
So
Okay.
he snagged a couple. I sent him with a couple of cans, and then he bought a couple of different ones because he was like, "These are awesome. I didn't see them in her fridge,
Yeah.
so I want to add those in."
I'd
So
be
we're about
interested
to have
hear
an
that because
episode
those
from
ladies
them.
are super knowledgeable.
Mhm.
One is
Right.
very much knowledgeable in wine, and then the other one is very much knowledgeable in beer. And
Right.
I
That's
listen to
genius.
them while I clean lines because
Yeah.
Nice.
6 hours
That's
of
interesting. I would love to
messing
hear what
with
they have to say
caustic,
with that.
and I ran out of episodes, so I'm glad they're coming out with a season
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Cheers,
Yeah.
ladies, if you're
Well,
watching.
yeah,
Yeah,
cheers to you
seriously,
guys. Yes.
absolutely. Yeah, because it does seem. I mean, people are scrambling to figure out how to make it, figuring out if they want to make it.
Right.
It seems like it's a very simple process, but it also seems like it's a very elaborate process.
Yeah, I wish I knew more because I have not researched it yet.
Same, yeah. I mean, we know that it's
I've
made out of sugar.
researched it quite a bit.
Have you really?
I have.
Yeah.
Yes. It's very extensive. You generally just get a can out and you open it, and then you just drink it
into
like
your
so.
mouth hole.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Just in
and
there.
then you
Yeah.
have seltzer.
There you go.
It's amazing. Yeah,
There's- yeah.
I've done a lot of that research. A lot.
If you need a side job, brew it, man. You're
Man,
I'm totally in.
You're
I
friggin'
walk
hired.
in and I say, "Do you want beer?" Well, look,
Yeah.
you just go to the fridge and get one out.
and we're all like, oh, we've
Done.
been doing it wrong. We
You
were
put too
boiling
much
it over
work
here.
into this.
Man.
Okay.
No, it really does seem like being serious.
Yeah.
I thought it was like, all right, so it's what the wort, and you just
Right.
add like a champagne yeast to it, or
Yeah.
what? It's
You
just
just
super
filter it
sparkly
till
with
it-
some alcohol and super light.
Right.
I don't know. We'll come back next
Yeah.
week with more research.
Man, no.
There
yeah.
you go.
I know there's something.
You
it's,
can.
It's basically like sugar
I'll be
water.
here to drink
Yeah.
it. How about that?
I'm
Yeah.
nerdy. I like doing that. Yeah, let's do it.
And you've got the capacity for it, which is wonderful. Yes, you already know all this stuff.
Nerding about beer is my favorite kind of nerding.
Same, man.
Nice.
It really is. When you
agree.
find somebody that will vibe with you and talk about beer and get excited,
Dude.
it's just like, it's something else. I love it.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
completely agree with you. And I also feel like there's never like it's one of those things where as much as I thought I knew about beer 3 to 5 years ago, I still every day especially when I'm talking to a brewer, you're always learning. There's
Learn
so
something
much
new
knowledge
all the time.
Well, and I find when I talk to people who are more like on the marketing side, following trends in craft beer, I learn
Yeah.
a lot from those people because that's not something that I'm in the forefront of paying attention to. I'm worried about brewing what we have.
Sure.
And I love that people are out there researching what is in other places,
What's
what's
coming
coming, what's
next.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, it's fascinating. It's been fascinating to see because I've seen it from the bartending side, doing the Hopped Up Cinema stuff. I've been able to talk to breweries and stuff like that, and we'll talk about that in a second because we got
We
some
need to
cool
talk
stuff.
about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's some
Yeah,
cool
yeah.
stuff coming with Hopped Up Cinema for you, Denton. For you, there's cool stuff. But also from the sales side. So like at first I was seeing what was selling from that bartender side. Now I'm seeing what people are buying. And yeah, seeing those trends, like we saw the sour phase for a while where it was like, there was like a year where everybody was buying sours left and right.
Yep.
Then it became more seasonal. Then we saw this haze phase, which happened this past year, and everybody couldn't get enough hazy.
That one's still going pretty strong.
it
I feel
is.
like
I
maybe
think
it might
so.
taper off at some point, but
But,
it's still going pretty strong. DDH
Yeah, totally.
from Tups is
I know.
killing it. They're
Yeah.
in series 12 now, and
I
they're now
know.
doing like 2 versions of each series, and every
Yeah.
single
Do
one
your
of them
standard
is
and
amazing.
your variant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They're
And I don't
killing it.
think that style is ever going to go away. Like
Right.
that style is going to stick. That
It's
Yeah,
become
we
nationally
figured out how
recognized
to
now.
make a protein
Yeah.
haze. We can biotransform. We're going to keep doing it.
exactly.
Whoa, that was a lot of words.
It was.
Just love me.
Yeah.
No, it was amazing. I'm very impressed.
But yeah, it's cool to see where it's going,
I
man.
shouldn't sound so shocked. I'm very impressed, as always.
Wow,
There.
you're smart.
Your words are big. I don't understand them.
I'm going to start using that. Thank you for that.
I love that. No, that's awesome, man. But yeah, it's cool to see where the industry's going.
So
yeah,
tell me about Hopped Up Cinema. I'm not really familiar with that, unfortunately. I didn't do my research. I'm sorry.
My bro.
I don't
So
get
he
out much.
sits,
I brew
he
beer,
sits in his
I
mom's
sleep.
basement,
I do.
and he watches movies
Yeah.
with a six-pack next to him, and he drinks the beer while it's fun.
The more I get drunk, I'm just like, Quentin Tarantino, you're a genius.
And then his mom shows up to drink water and give everybody hugs.
That's right.
Nice.
I'm in.
That's
I
right.
feel like we just described my
We
life.
have the
All
same
right.
mother, actually. It's weird. What?
Oh my gosh! I didn't know this.
I know, man. Yeah, we're actually brothers.
Continue.
No. So, Hopped Up Cinema is a series from Alamo Drafthouse. I've been the host for the past 4 years of it. That's kind of how I got into the brewing industry.
Oh, cool.
So once a month, Alamo Drafthouse will have a brewery come in. We'll pick a movie, pair it with that brewery. We'll bring in the brewers or the owners. I'll do an interview with them, like 10 or 15-minute interview.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sounds like something familiar.
where did they get that idea?
You've been doing this much longer than I've been doing
Have you?
this.
I don't think-
Oh yeah,
is
no,
there-
you guys have.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well,
I'm pretending
all right.
not to know because we ripped off your show. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Welcome to Hopped Up Cinema on DentonRadio.com.
But yeah,
Just
and
gotta
then
start playing random movies on a
That's
green
right.
screen
Right
while
back
you're
here.
talking.
Yeah. Is that Dumb and Dumber playing right now? How appropriate for me. But you get the cool thing is you also get a flight of beer, but it's not a normal flight. You get 4 10-ounce pours, and you get a full 16-ounce pour with a pint glass that you get to take home
Woo!
for $25.
Hopped
So you
up
get
indeed.
Yes, you get a movie, you get a brewery interview, and
Intoxication.
Bunch of beer.
But
bunch
in a
of beers.
responsible way.
in a
I'm
responsible
sure.
way,
Yeah.
absolutely
and a
responsible
free
way.
Uber ride.
And
Alamo Drafthouse
You
is
learned it
giving away
here
free Uber
on
ride.
DentonRadio.com.
I'm kidding.
That's right. That's right.
We do not endorse
No, we
Alamo
do not.
Drafthouse giving
I like
away
just
free Uber
declaring
rides.
things on live radio.
Yeah,
You know?
just making that a
Kind
truth.
of powerful, right?
Once you put it out there, it's on the social media.
Right.
What are they gonna do?
You are abusing your power, though.
That's right. That is right.
But
yeah.
in the best way.
OHB is going to be this is the 5-year anniversary. This event happens at the Richardson location. It's been for 5 years.
Like that's been your home base.
Yeah, it's been my home
Yeah.
base,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so we have OHB, Petacolas, Community, Bishop, and 903 are going to be all for the 5-year anniversary. So you'll get
cool.
one beer from each, and we'll have a panel of the entire of
That's
all
a
the
lot of
owners.
big old heads.
I'm excited about
Oh,
it. I'm
yeah.
excited.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the other cool thing is in September, we are going to do that series here in Denton at the Alamo Denton location.
Oh, what?
Yes.
Wait,
So same breweries,
But-
different breweries.
It's going to be the first one is going to be with Armadillo.
of course.
Uh-huh.
Look
How
at
could
that.
you not?
We-
Look at you
look
going
at that.
local.
Yeah. We haven't locked down the movie quite yet. There's some cool things that might happen with that.
So it's
but
Monty Python and the Search for the Holy Grail.
done.
Ben put it on at the Monk once, and I watched it in a room full of nerds
Yeah.
who were also quoting it.
Yeah,
I am
exactly.
so miffed
And
that
it
I
was
didn't get one of those shirts from Taylor
So
Higginbotham.
amazing. Oh.
Okay,
the way
so
to do
the
it.
monk shirt for that night was the monk design, but he was hitting himself in the head with a board, and it said like "thwap."
I can't
up
believe
to the
I didn't
side.
buy one.
Dude.
Oh,
Are your
I'm
kids
amazing.
old
so
enough?
miffed.
That's
You
so
just
good.
all you have to you
no,
have to,
my
you have to
children
skip
are
the,
not old enough.
You just have to skip the scene in the
With
castle
the
where they're like,
virgins
oh,
and the spanking
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
the spanking
Yeah,
one.
it gets a
So
little weird.
I don't usually
Yeah. Don't.
edit
Yeah.
my things,
Right.
but yeah, I skipped that one the first time my kid watched it. I'm like,
I'm just gonna fast forward through that.
I don't want to
You're-
explain
You're
what
only 3.
that
We gotta
is.
get
So
Yes, totally.
let's not.
I'm
my
not great
son,
about that either.
My son's 11 and he loves it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah, Monty Python and Search for the Holy
Oh,
Grail.
it's
You heard it
wonderful.
here on DentonRadio.com.
Yeah, watch it. Watch it with your
the
children.
power. All right,
Yeah.
so I do
Yeah,
want
do
to
it.
spoiler alert.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen this movie, you're way out of date.
Yeah.
But I also feel like you can frighten children with that vicious bunny.
Oh, I know. I've
This
told
could have
them.
ruined.
Yeah.
You could be less one bunny in your personal life.
I do own a bunny.
If you had watched that movie beforehand, she would not have wanted a
I
bunny.
should have showed
So
her.
if your daughter misbehaves, his daughter has a cute bunny. He
She
was
does
talking
have an
about this
adorable
earlier.
bunny.
So if your
Yeah,
daughter
yeah.
misbehaves, just show her the scene with that bunny and be like, this is what
exactly.
the bunny will do if you don't clean
Bunny
your
is
room.
after you. That's a good point. It's a good point. I haven't
good
been,
parenting right
I
there.
have not been the best father as far as like what I show my daughter. I took her to see Moulin Rouge. which I thought
It's getting
fine.
a little racy.
You're like
It's getting a little
dancing and
racy.
singing.
She doesn't understand what's
heavy
going
on the
on.
conversation.
Yeah.
A lot of wonderful songs and dancing.
It's a lot of wonderful songs and dancing, but I didn't think about. And she was enjoying it. She was like, "Oh my god," she's like so into it. We're watching in the
beautiful
theater.
musical.
It's a beautiful
Yeah.
musical. She's all about it. And then we get to the end. When it's based on Romeo and Juliet, so spoiler
Again,
alert.
spoiler alert.
Yeah, the lead character dies, and yeah,
Oh, I still can hear it.
dude, she
Doing it wrong.
She started bawling her eyes out in my arms.
Oh.
Yeah, and she'd been enjoying it so much. So we're walking, and I'm crying too because I love that movie.
Yeah.
and I'm like,
You're crying because you're like, I'm a terrible father.
I'm so sorry. So we walk out, and I'm like, what'd you think of the movie? And she was like, I hated it. And I was like, I was like, why? And she goes, well, she was like, the music was good, dancing was good, and then they killed her, and worst movie ever did. I don't know why
Yeah,
I
I'm
watched
done.
that. It's
See,
like,
you
yeah.
could have left. You could have left 15 minutes early. Already have hit the bathrooms, been in the car by the
yeah.
time the crowd came out, and she still would love that movie.
Yeah, she would, and we could listen to the soundtrack in the car and stuff.
Yeah.
She would have been wondering. No, I ruined it.
ruined
man.
it
Yep.
I ruined
forever.
it. Yeah. Anyway, Hopped Up Cinema. Jen, the bearded lady, is going to be the host.
Gonna
I'm not going to be the host for that.
this.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
gonna host it.
She's going to be the
Yes.
host for that. So if
She's
you want to
such a
see
good host.
Jen,
That's
she
perfect.
is, man.
Yeah.
So she's going to be interviewing brewers. She's going to be
Awesome.
heading that up, and hopefully that series runs for a long time. If the Denton people come out and see her, man. And I
You mean
hope that
Denton
happens.
people talking to brewers and drinking?
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, we got
I
this.
hope that model
We've
continues.
been training for this our whole lives.
I love it. I love it.
Training
Man.
montage.
Dun,
Yes.
dun, dun, dun.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Oh, see, I went. All right.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. Oh,
You want-
jeez.
I'm on the same page now.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All over
I went.
myself,
I went.
sorry.
Eye of the
Oh.
Tiger.
Yeah.
We're not on the same
Dun,
page. Sorry.
dun, 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 dun. We should make just theme songs for the rest of this, right? I think that's what we should
Jake,
do.
is that cool? Can we just sing into the mics for a
Yeah.
while? We're just hanging out anyway.
Free
I wish you guys could
Y'all
sing.
want to hear
I
us
really
sing?
Friday is
Yeah.
yours. Come in, yeah. Get your free beers now. They're walking out, dude.
Oh, they're leaving.
They're,
This
they're
is
absolutely
not.
Oh,
leaving.
okay.
All right.
Alright,
I
well,
apologize to you
Never
at
mind,
home as
just
well.
kidding.
We're
Alright,
running
good
people
one.
out the
Yeah.
doors too. We can sing better than this. Jake and I can prove it.
That's right.
He sings like a songbird.
You know who does excellent karaoke? Have you sang karaoke with Wim Benz?
Wim Benz.
Yes.
Next week.
Are you? I'm gonna
being
be
totally
there.
serious.
Are you going Tuesday?
Next, no. I'm
Okay,
talking
tell me,
about
tell me.
here. Free Beer Friday.
Oh.
Guess who the guest is?
It's Wim.
Wim Benz.
Oh
Yes.
Is he
And then
bringing
we're gonna go-
peanut butter temptress though?
No. It's getting way. That's way too close.
Yeah.
Peanut butter temptress is coming. Lion Share
Yes.
7
Yes.
is coming.
yeah,
But they've got to have their anniversary on the 10th.
That's right.
But he's coming up here to sing karaoke.
Oh my gosh, dude.
This is
Nice.
Wim. If you're watching this right now,
Oh,
I totally accept that the only reason you're coming to do this episode is so you and I can sing karaoke. I accept that, and I'm fine with that. Yeah,
I don't blame. When is this happening?
it's gonna be Caitlin and I are gonna be here. Caitlin from Lakewood and I are going to be here serving beer next Friday.
Okay.
It's going to be a pre-recorded episode because DCBC does their karaoke on Thursdays.
Bro.
So next Thursday, women are going to be singing like songbirds.
Homie.
And I can't sing so well.
He can sing. He can sing so well.
It's gonna be great.
Dude, I'm gonna. If it's
believe
cool,
you.
I'm gonna just
I'm-
pop in. 'Cause,
I'm there
like,
to ruin his
yeah.
singing. That's
Dude.
my whole goal. Yeah.
just
stand
heckle
by
him
him
from the.
and-
Just
That's about what
No,
I'd
a
be
lot
doing.
of duets.
yeah. He's
You're on
Yeah.
this.
I can come give you some off-key singing.
There you go.
So if you
Yeah.
guys want to come see karaoke next Thursday at Denton County Brewing Company.
Let me tell you, if you have never seen Wim sing karaoke, this man destroys it. He destroys.
Consummate professional.
He is. He also.
Yeah.
I was hanging out with him.
Uh-huh.
He has an Excel spreadsheet
On his phone.
on his phone of like 100-ish songs.
All
that-
of his songs. And he checks off the songs that he sung and sung successfully.
Yeah.
Like he challenges himself.
I have
Oh,
3.
he is not playing around. Oh yeah, I have 0.
Okay.
Let's do some
you want
Barry
to do
White.
a duet with me?
Actually, I was
Yeah,
going to
let's
do
do it.
Barry
Let's
White
do it.
the other
I'll
night.
make it sound
We're
good.
gonna do Barry White.
Which
one?
I was thinking about doing it last night.
Oh yeah.
Then I changed it up and we did Piano Man.
I think you should do
And
Lizzo.
thank God somebody
Truth
could
Hurts.
sing. Oh, okay. Let's do this.
I don't know if
Let's
you can
do-
kill it like she kills it. Have you seen?
Wait, how is
her
this song? Can I
NPR
hear it? How does it
Tiny
go?
Desk concert.
No.
Let me.
love this.
I'm not familiar with the song.
I see. I like to sing it like it's a spoken poem. Like, why are men great till they gotta be great?
It's kind of like William Shatner singing
Yes!
Rocket Man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
see?
Rocket
See?
Man.
You see what you're getting yourself into.
That got real Christopher Walken, by the way. Real Christopher Walken.
Oh, I
yes.
love Christopher Walken. Do you want to hear a Christopher Walken story?
Wait, do you have... Okay. Do you
Yeah.
have a personal Christopher Walken story?
This is from a crew member that I know.
Okay, so this happens all the time.
Yeah.
With as much as he's been in the industry,
I'm sorry.
these stories pop out, and it's so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, continue.
All right, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So this is from crew members that worked with Christopher Walken. I don't even know if I should say this publicly because maybe it shouldn't be public. But
Well, if he's watching,
if at any
then
point
you're
that-
in
yeah,
big trouble.
this is where we
Christopher
go.
Walken's
Whatever.
agent is going to come
Whatever.
down on somebody.
It's third hand. Okay, so so this man works. He was on a movie with Christopher Walken. He was working crew.
Denton Radio in no part does endorses statements from other people about Christopher Walken.
Continue.
So Christopher Walken for the rap party, he said, hey, "Look, all you guys come to my house and we'll have a rap party." That's my Christopher Walken.
Nice. That was pretty
And
good.
yeah, thank
take
you.
it.
And he said he
Christopher
required.
Walken, Woody Allen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, around
Okay, continue.
Smash up.
He required everybody to bring a large
pickles.
jar of close of tomato juice. Yeah.
Were you expecting skunks?
Yeah, I don't. Right. So he shows
Dude
up.
loves spaghetti. Continue.
Bloody Marys.
So he shows up to this house, and there's no cars in the parking lot in front of this large mansion. And he walks in, and there's music playing, but there's nobody around. And he sees that the lights are on in the back, and he walks out, and Christopher Walken is sitting in a hot tub, full of tomato juice. With two very large women that are naked next to him in this hot tub, and
Dude knows how to party.
he walks up to him and he says, and he looks up and he goes, "Oh, hey, leave the tomato juice and get the heck out."
That is fantastic.
You're
That is
definitely gonna get
fantastic.
sued, though.
I know. I don't even
Yeah.
look, man. I don't
You
even.
are so in trouble now.
I know. I just want to
We've
say.
got to bleep all the last minute of that story. I want to hang out with Christopher Walken
I
even
know.
more.
Well,
I
I'm
don't-
sure
I
he's
think
good
that-
at bleeping because
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
potty
Oh, yeah.
mouth.
Yeah, it wasn't heck, but all right. Yeah. Yeah. I think I don't know whether he was just messing with people or whether that's just how
I love this.
That's
an
what I love about it.
elaborate
It's
Yes.
like
prank.
it is so
a
elaborate.
delightfully elaborate. And every time somebody walked out and left a jar of Prego, they all started laughing like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe! Can we get more drinks? Where's the
Yeah,
bartender?
yeah.
Let's go get more drinks.
Exactly.
We
Now,
got to
was
get prepped. I got to wash
Was
some of
it
this off and get back
chunky?
in."
Like, was it spicy?
Bro, that's a great question.
yeah.
You definitely don't want spicy in that situation. I don't
No,
think.
not if
Yeah.
you're naked.
Not if you.
Either way, the hot tub is ruined.
Oh, completely. But you're Christopher Walken, so you're fine with
Your
it.
resale value just
Yeah,
dropped.
Absolutely. It was for a goof though, so totally worth it. And I just yeah. I think I love that his persona is weird enough to where it's like, is he just giving people a story or is he that weird? Nobody knows.
Right.
It's Christopher Walken.
Either way, it's delightful.
I think this might be the point at which we invite people to Lane's hot tub, bring the tomato
that's
juice.
right.
What?
We're going to Lane Joseph's hot tub
Yeah,
from
Lane,
Hop
Lane
and
from
Sting.
Hop and Sting. He's my neighbor.
That's right.
Yeah?
He's got a pool and an awesome hot tub, and we're
you're-
gonna bring the tomato
At a
juice.
really
Lane,
awesome
get ready.
house.
It's happening.
Lane, we need you to turn the pump off on the hot tub so we can fill it with tomato juice, tomato
Lane,
sauce.
I'm going to be
We'll
naked.
bring-
I
we'll
don't
bring-
care.
This is going to be
We'll
awesome.
Yeah.
bring Christopher Walken and two large ladies.
Christopher Walken, if you're watching,
This is
we would
no
like
longer
to
a
invite
family
you
show.
to Denton
Yeah, man.
and come to Lane Joseph's hot tub.
Radio does not condone.
Does not condone Christopher Walken having to fly to Denton.
I love it, man.
All right.
I love it. Yeah.
Are we ready for more drinking?
I think we are, man. Are we
Yeah.
going to head to the bearded?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we should.
Yeah.
How? Oh,
one.
we've been doing
Yeah.
this for a while.
Oh, has this been a long one?
Yep.
It is tough.
sorry,
It's been
guys.
We need more of this
long
one.
and enjoyable.
This
Yeah.
one's the one on tap.
That's
of your
the one
beer
on
glass,
tap.
right?
That's the bow-legged toad.
toad.
Yeah.
one.
Real quickly, I don't. We're gonna have Oktoberfest coming out and an Oktoberfest party, and you should go to it, and it's really gonna be really fun. I did
Should
my
I
Panic
write
mode.
like an A and put that up on the fridge right now?
yeah.
Okay.
That's all I gotta say.
When is Oktoberfest coming out?
Oktoberfest came out Thursday, actually. We're a little early
Okay.
on it, but
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
we
Wanna
have
get in the market,
we have
make
the,
sure it can be found.
Yeah,
I've
we won
noticed there
bronze
is-
medal at Great American Beer Fest for it. So it's
Yeah,
the,
that's
you know,
what I heard.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
It's
Right
one
on.
of the best in the
Yep,
nation.
so you and RAR should fight it out. 'cause
Yeah.
They've done some GABF winning with theirs. haven't they?
Oktoberfest off.
we're gonna music fight. You know, like West Side Story
I
style.
like this.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
Duel
All
in the
right. I
streets.
was thinking Bad from Michael Jackson.
Oh,
but,
even
you know,
better. Yeah.
Find out next week at karaoke at DCBC. And then when are y'all doing Oktoberfest? This is a big
Yes.
debate.
Yeah.
And Seth and I talked about this multiple times at Denton County Brewing Company.
The burp, sorry.
That's okay. When are y'all doing it?
Oh, that's a
What
great
is
question.
your date?
September. Mid-September.
Oh,
It sounds
And it's gonna
counterintuitive,
be-
but Oktoberfest is
It's-
in September.
It is.
Actually, and
In
people
September.
don't. Yeah,
Real
That is a real
Oktoberfest.
thing.
That's a real.
September 21st
So the ones coming out
is the
now,
beginning.
they are a little bit
Uh-huh.
early, but they're actually not that early because
No.
it's next month.
It is, and you know, even though it feels really hot in Texas, yeah, you should get
It's
it.
normal
Those
everywhere else in the world.
Those Oktoberfest, you got to start them early because they've got a lager for a while.
That's right.
Make sure you don't end up with diacetyl.
So we are doing Saturday, September 21st is when we're gonna have that going.
Okay.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
you go.
We're gonna
There you
have
go.
we're thinking about doing Lederhosen T-shirts to where it looks like a Tux T-shirt.
I already own one.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
Nice.
Every year I dress like a little German boy.
Dude,
That's a real
love
thing.
it. I love it.
That is a
Let's
real
do
thing
it.
that I
Let's
do.
do it.
Okay.
So-
Okay.
Just
Yeah, man.
love me.
So go to that. You know, that's
Yes.
yeah. That's all I gotta say.
All the way at OHB.
All the way
This
to
is perfect.
OHB. Yeah, yeah.
Well, I've got some
New shirt.
silicophobia.
Oh,
Whoa.
wait. Hold on.
Oh wait, no, I don't.
Me too. Ditto. What she said.
Oh, that freaky deaky.
Self-inflicted
Wow.
Left me all in a
Seno-
Did you
kerfuffle.
not?
silicophobia.
There is so much going on. I am so
I know. I'm
puzzled
sorry.
right now.
I'm sorry.
Silicophobia.
Nice.
Cheers, guys.
Well
Empty
done.
glasses. Okay.
Yes.
And to trivia, come grab a few samples
Yeah.
before we head out.
Come hang out, try some beer, and then come back to the Monk. We're
Yeah.
gonna go party, and then come back to Lane Joseph's house at Hoppenstein
Bring your
for the
tomato
swim party.
juice.
Be sure to bring a jar of Prego. Only Prego is fine. It's gonna be so.
Die. He's gonna be
I
so mad.
really want to just put his address on this. You guys,
We should at
thank
least
you
tag him.
for-
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us again through all of this, and we'll see you next week while we sing karaoke and party.
Yeah.
How about that,
Dude.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye,
Thank you,
guys.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. We want to thank our partners and sponsors who made this show possible. And now stick around for a word from all of us here at Discover Denton.